Our favorite compas have another jam-packed episode, the last episode of 2024, the last episode of the Four Compas of 2024. In this episode, we will go over the Chargers clinching a playoff spot and the Rams winning the NFC West. Plus, we will give our Week 17 takeaways, and of course, we cannot forget our usual segments during the NFL season, Compas Power Rankings, our picks. Is Dan and Daygo running away with this? Is he the champion 1 week before it all ends? We'll get into all of that. And then we will also have a special segment, Se Queda o Pa Fuera. We will decide coaches, players, and even maybe a general manager thrown in there because his name is starting to get tossed around with all this Ben Johnson news. So we'll get into all that. But first, Gilberto, how was your Christmas?
Yeah, it was good. Saw family, but it involved a lot of football. And, I like to complain. But you know what? Football on Wednesday, Thursday, Saturday wasn't worth it until I watched Joe Burrow and Bo Nix go at it. That was a good game there. And also a good day for the Chargers on Saturday morning. Dan and Daygo must be happy. It's kind of like a late Christmas gift. The Chargers are in the freaking playoffs. And then the Rams also won the division because they got help on Sunday.
Angel, my God.
Angel's feeling confident after beating those Patriots, huh?
Those games were terrible.
Oh yeah, Bears, Seahawks, Ravens, Texans, Patriots, Chargers.
No. I'm talking about Wednesday.
Awful.
They were I thought they were going to be a lot. But, the Texans now look so vulnerable. They look dead in the water.
They already won a two.
You have to believe that the Steelers and the Chargers are going to fight tooth and nail to try and get that 5th seed.
Hey, I am curious about that because you always go rest, right? You think, okay, let's get the rest, and now it's but we want to play the Texans. That's kind of like a bye week right there.
And see, that's going to be the dilemma. And by the way, the NFL gifting the Chargers. Hey, you'll know Saturday night if you have to play your guys or if you have to rest guys. So the Steelers play the Bengals on Saturday night, and after that they'll find out if they have a chance.
Baltimore got screwed over because they have to play for the division. They have to play the starters no matter what. Maybe they blow them out in 3 quarters, which is possible. But then if it's the Steelers, you're thinking okay, division is over. We could get a rest week, but we could also get the Texans. So I kind of want to see what Mike Tomlin does there. Yeah, no,
that's all of that is definitely interesting, but that's another thing that I don't get. I saw somebody say, "Oh, well, the Steelers have nothing to play for." Dude, they have seeding. Do you think they really want to go to? Would they rather go to Houston or Baltimore? They're gonna rather go to Houston and play Houston.
Healthy though, so maybe that factors in. And
you said what?
They know how to beat Baltimore though.
Yeah,
they have the blueprint, and if you're healthy, maybe you get a better chance. And then that's a freaking gift for the Bengals. So I don't like the setup of the schedule, by the way.
That's another thing that I thought was a little curious because the Bengals are going to have to wait until Sunday afternoon to find out if they're in or not. And then I, for one, knowing how Patrick Mahomes is, I don't believe that Patrick's going to want to sit that game out on Sunday.
He's not going to play.
You want to be off for 2 weeks?
I get that. You're going to be off for a long time, but also he has a bad ankle. Well, maybe just keep going. You've done this many times already. Yeah, who knows? But
yeah,
I wouldn't play Kelsey. I wouldn't play Chris Jones with a bad calf.
No, Chris Jones, I don't think plays. I think he'll go one. I think he'll go a half.
Man, remember last year he went because he had an incentive for sacks or something.
Yeah.
So I guess.
Yeah, Chris Jones got it right before halftime. Yeah, I remember.
Chargers game, I forget. Yeah,
I was at that game. Yeah. That's when it was Easton Stick versus.
Oh, was it?
I can't remember the backup at the time.
Lane Gabbert, maybe.
Yeah, and he had a 40-yard run that put them in the field goal range to win the game. So yeah, I definitely. Angel's right. I always remember Lamar saying he didn't want to play. I remember when he said he didn't want to play Patrick last year, but
have you heard what Amon-Ra St. Brown say he doesn't want to play the Rams? What's wrong with players nowadays? Stop saying you don't want to play a certain team. Yeah, he said that on his podcast, the St. Brown podcast.
That's another interesting aspect of this too, because I think the Bucks play in the morning. If the Bucks win that game, they win the NFC West or the NFC South and everything. But then the Rams are gonna have to play their game because if not, if they lose, then they got the 4 seed and they have to play either the loser of Detroit and Minnesota. And
That's a good question, but I feel like McVay has shown us his cards before. He likes to go for rest. He doesn't care. Never plays in the preseason. Usually takes a rest day when he can. He did it last year too, when everybody wanted to see. Remember, they wanted to see Lions and the Rams, and it was all on freaking Carson Wentz to win that game in Week 8 in San Francisco, and he did it. I don't think he's gonna care, but you're onto something. Sorry, Fernando, because you're saying either you play the Commanders and the Packers, or you get the freaking Lions or Vikings. I'd rather have the Commanders or the Packers.
Yeah, no, I completely agree, and that's kind of my question, because there's a lot of scenarios where you see a lot of different moving. I think right now your Commanders are the 6th.
They jumped up on the freaking Packers. So
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying. They will play the Rams right now, which, hey, I wouldn't mind for my Commanders. That'd be a better matchup than the
Eagles. Would you go to that game?
Yeah, regardless of who they play, I'm gonna go.
Okay, I think they would beat the Rams. I didn't like what I saw. I don't like what I saw from the Rams on.
So
on
Commanders
Sunday.
can beat the Eagles, but they could beat the Rams.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll take it.
You think the Rams are better than the Eagles?
No, that's what I'm saying. Oh, okay. But I don't want to say that because, like, see, last week you were praising the
Commanders. No.
But yeah.
By the way, what's his name? AJ Brown throwing the ball into the stands, and it's that kid's first touch. He's like, dude, I'll give you my jersey. Like, he's like, I'll sign it, whatever you want.
I thought Tanner McKee has been in 1,000 games because he's a journeyman veteran. That he must have got one touchdown and he didn't.
But real quick, Boltillo has a question for you.
Yeah.
Heelberto, I'm in 2 championships for 1K each. Woo. I have Gibbs and need 10.1 from to win a non-PR. And then I'm up 29 to 0.8, and I have Laporta, and my op has Amon. What do you think?
You're good on Gibbs. He's gonna get you 10 points for sure. Yeah, he'll get you that. He's a #1 back right now. No Montgomery. And then I think Laporta could hold off Amon-Ra with that lead. I think Jared Goff has been thrown to him a little more now after the injuries that's been happening. They've been in shootouts a little more too because the defense can't protect. And then you don't have David Montgomery, so they'll pass the ball more. I think you're okay. But I do worry about Amon-Ra St. Brown a little bit for you.
I was told that I might go to one of the Rams game, but I don't know yet. So that if I don't travel to wherever these guys,
I was gonna say you're not gonna go to the Chargers road game.
I don't know. Houston's expensive. I just saw it there. I was like,
really?
You know how much it was for Kansas City? If they make it to round 2,
we're talking Southwest.
Yeah, $215 going
or round trip.
Yeah,
that's pretty good. Yeah, pretty good.
Yeah,
what is Houston like? 400? Oh, yeah, I'm not doing
double.
That.
Yeah. So no, I don't know. But going back to what you said right now, I can't believe players are doing that stuff. Like, we don't want to play this team, we don't want to play that team. Like, what are we doing?
It's like you're reaching for content. I get like you're like a famous player. Whatever you say, you have content. You don't have to reach for a content.
Oh, here we go. Boltillo said, let's go. If I win, super chat incoming next live. Appreciate you.
Half of it, 500 out of your 1K, or anything's okay though.
We'll take. You know what? Let's get a certain individual. We're waiting on Vic the producer, but let us get this guy in here and let's see how his Christmas one go. You're gonna love this, what he has to say. How we doing?
How's everybody? Yeah, I agree, Boltillo. That was kind of crazy. Him asking for $1,000. That was wild.
I said 500. Come on, I'm not that greedy.
Let me tell you something, Brown.
Hold on, Vic is actually in here. Let's get him in here.
There you go. Bring him in here.
We'll do the song and dance. Vic,
what's up? Doing good.
Did you have a nice Christmas?
On here. Yes. I already had forgotten what we did because it's been almost like a whole week. So a lot.
Oh, it's been so weird, especially because it's in the middle of the week.
Yeah.
Yeah, Dan, I know you have 2 things to show off. So why don't you?
A lung apparently. Then a cough up a lung.
Drink some Coke Zero. Drink some Coke. There you go. You'll be better.
I'm happy to see a shirt that you have.
Nectar of the gods.
Oh, guys, let us know if you guys
people. Can you fucking let me do my spiel? That's what I've been trying to do this whole time. Damn it. Damn you people. This is golf. Anyway. All right. Frau, since I've been trying to do this for the past 3 minutes, I'll just cut to the chase. There's few people who say, I just hate being right. I'm not one of those people for now. So because I'm one of those people who's often right, I made a shirt for it. Look at this real quick.
Nosferatu? Is that what it says?
Fuck off. How about that?
Nosferatu? Hey, you kind of look like. Yeah, it's a little glitchy, but I'm gonna say it's Nostradamus there. There you go.
Let me see.
Nostradamus. Sorry, Dan.
Just leave it like that. It's fine. We saw it. We'll take a picture and put it on.
You're trying to make it a thing. Nobody can pronounce it. You're reaching with the Nostradamus. Oh, now the picture's blurry. It's a good picture, Dan. But I don't like the.
You know what? This job is so easy. This is like my third job doing this. It's so easy for now. I made another shirt for it. Look at this.
Okay. He went all in. Sure. Is it censored? Are you showing your boobs or what? The girl's gone wild or what's going on with the censor?
All right, fuck it. Here we go. Now you can see this.
There we go. That's a good picture.
All right. Now you can see this. All right.
Good skincare there. I like your good face there. Oh, okay. Why do we have a dot after 1-on-1? Is that necessary? It's just
I don't know. Frown like that. Frown thought it'd be funnier like that. So I was like, okay.
Say journalism, but we have an extra needless period. But okay.
Exactly. So I made those shirts. You kind of killed my intro into it. So thanks for that. You guys stopped. But anyway, so let me yeah, exactly. I'm gonna start selling feet for the program.
We need to get Dan on a Patreon.
Anyway, could you imagine you subscribe to watch football games with Dan and Daygo?
Oh yeah,
might be dangerous. But anyway, so let me know in the comments or whenever you see those shirts, DM us. I'm gonna make some more prototypes later, and I'll try and post them at some point in TBD future. Also, Gilberto and Vic, you've heard of Elf on a Shelf. Let me tell you what my Christmas is. I got something better. Son of Odin. Fuck. God damn this. Whatever. Fuck it. I'm done. Let's just
technology.
Just show it right in front of you.
I'm done with this. It just messed up the whole thing now. Look at this. Can you see it?
Ooh, look at that.
Just walk over to Fernando's room and then give it to him so he can show us.
This is all bullshit. Goddamn computers. Why does anyone listen to analytics? This shit doesn't even work here when I need it to. Why would I want anything blurred in front? I'm right here. Why would I want anything blurred?
Oh man, it's been 5 minutes of Dan. He's already frustrated with technology.
I hate these machines. It doesn't work. It's not real.
It's not real.
I hate this shit.
You okay? All right.
I'm better now drinking some Coke Zero, the nectar of the gods.
All right, let us do let us go with Se Queda o Pa Fuera segment, which will go through coaches and different people, and you can tell us if you think they're gonna go or they're gonna stay. I'll pick one, and then one player, and then I'll ask somebody, and we'll go through it like that, just so it's not. Exactly. Gilbert, I'll start with you. Aaron Rodgers.
Go home. Go to retirement home. You're a quitter. You were tapped out of the game. See you later.
Wow.
Yeah, I didn't like it. He said he admitted to benching himself.
Rodgers.
He benched himself in a blow up.
I
don't like it. You complain about this, you complain about Aaron Rodgers.
I think the biggest Boltillo's on fire today. I saw that. Boltillo's on fire. I just think like the biggest problem in New York probably is like I would take him over Geno Smith. Would you?
No, I would take Geno Smith.
No, you guys are wild.
This guy's on a wheelchair.
Nice doctor.
Now he's tapping out of games.
But if you can get him a run game, you can get him a run game. You can get him some offensive linemen. I think he'd be fine.
Get away from falling apart.
Vic, Geno Smith.
With Seattle, I keep him. I mean, who are you gonna go get? You don't have a good enough draft pick. I just don't see who you can go and get. I know everybody's talking about Sam Darnold. All of a sudden, Sam Darnold is like the sexiest free agent out there, and he's
Zach
probably
Wilson.
Gonna
get him.
Yeah.
Hey,
save him.
I would.
Sam Darnold, Geno Smith, now Zach Wilson.
He'll be the Seattle. Well, we know what he'll be looking.
Sign Mark Sanchez to where we're at. How about that?
No, I don't know about all that.
Too far.
My bad. Go ahead, Vic. You can finish.
Yeah, in terms of, I mean, I'm not going to give him a big contract. I sign him. I know he wants some security. I give him like a 2-year deal, and kind of, you don't want to go to the 5 number. If you can keep it around the 4 number, then you're fine. But if he wants a number that starts with the 5, I'm out. I'm not going there right now. I just refuse to pay a lot of these quarterbacks. Kind of what you're seeing right now. You're gonna have to prove it. Now, one thing that is against him is that the last 3 years he has regressed every year. His numbers are down every year now, so that would be the only my only thing. But I mean, who else are you gonna go get if you're Seattle? I just, and he hasn't been your problem. They have other issues there. You need Mike McDonald to fix that defense up, and then we'll see what happens with Geno Smith going forward.
Dan, Tua Tagovailoa.
Get him out of here. I don't even know why you.
Why'd you kill him that one?
But like,
It was all random.
once again, Nostradamus strikes. King Rai, how you doing, my guy? I said at the beginning of the year they're gonna regret paying Tua Tagovailoa. And literally 2 weeks in, they did, because he missed 4 or 5 games. Like, I just don't understand.
He's hurt again, by the way. In the middle of a playoff race too.
Tyler Huntley goes in there and he plays. Anthony Richardson doesn't play when they're right there in a title race.
Availability is availability. Oh shit! I can't believe I just read availability. Availability is job security. I don't know.
No. The
best trait is availability.
No.
Consistency.
What'd you say about consistent?
And consistency. Sorry. Those are the 2 things.
But like,
consistent, show up to work.
I just don't know. I don't know what more to say. Like, the guy's unavailable half the time. I don't think he's very good when he's in the game. Is he maybe better than what they have? Sure. But I mean, he's not the son of Odin. Give the son of Odin.
You ever said about Tua, by the way.
Give the son of Odin one of those guys. He's going to throw for 10,000 yards, dude. He's doing a bunch of Walmart greeters, and he's putting up more numbers than this guy, I bet.
I'll do Sam Darnold. I think he needs to stay. A couple years ago, and this I'm talking about, like, this caused rift between LaDainian Tomlinson and Phillip Rivers. But a couple years ago, LT said if Drew Brees would have stayed, they would have won the Super Bowl with Marty Schottenheimer in that 2006 season. And that is the best ability is availability.
Thank you, Jesse. The best ability is availability.
If you're Minnesota, if you don't win the Super Bowl this year, you don't want to feel that same way. You have JJ McCarthy sitting there, but do you really want to go with the rookie or second-year quarterback who hasn't practiced? He hasn't seen the field because he had that injury. You might as well should just wait one more year, give him a 2 or 3 year contract, Sam Darnold, and or just franchise tag him. Whatever you need to do.
It'll be cheaper than the regular contract. Exactly.
Give him a 1 year deal. See if it really is him or if it's Kevin O'Connell or maybe it's both. But if your Super Bowl windows now, I wouldn't risk it. I would keep him because you never know what could happen. And now all of a sudden, Brian Flores is all over head coaching. He might be getting a head coaching gig pretty soon. So, but yeah, if I'm the Vikings, I'm keeping Sam Darnold.
If you win the Super Bowl, I said let him go because you already did everything you needed to do.
Yeah. If they win the Super Bowl,
at that point, who cares at that point?
Yeah, I agree. Gilbert, Antonio Pierce.
Antonio Pierce, yeah, he's got to go. He doesn't do anything in September, October, November, but hey, December out of the playoff race, Aiden O'Connell, come in, my guy. You're gonna win a bunch of games here. This guy's gonna keep you in the mediocre cycle for a very long time. Can't manage in the fourth quarter. Very conservative. The defense regressed under him today, so I say fire him.
Well, and then on top of that, you play your way out of the number 1 spot.
Yeah, they're right there, number 1.
I have
won 2 games in a row now. They're like top 8 or 9.
How pissed is Brady, do you think, seeing this? He's like, now you decide to win? Are you kidding me? Yeah.
AOC not breaking his leg really cost him that tank job.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, 1,000%. Vic, Brock Purdy.
Oh, wow, this is a good one. I was actually thinking about this one the last couple of days because especially tonight since they face the Lions. What do you do with Brock Purdy? I think you have to keep him just because it also depends on what you do with Shanahan. If you're bringing back Kyle Shanahan, which you should, I think you have to bring back Purdy. It's just like I said, you have to meet halfway there as Dan has been talking about for a couple years now. You cannot pay a quarterback who's mediocre, who's like in the middle of the pack. You can't pay him $50 million, and you're now. I've even heard people saying 60.
60,
Yeah, and I know that that's the going rate, but if you do that, you're not going to be able to compete. Then you got to get rid of a bunch of guys. So it's a tough situation for the 49ers, but I think if the price gets too high, I think you kind of have to let him go. But if he's willing to take and work with them, then it becomes something where his best way for him to have the better career is for him to stay with Kyle Shanahan. If he goes somewhere else, or if he tries to, highball the 49ers, I don't think he has a good career going forward.
Dan, big old Mike McCarthy.
Oh, you got to get his ass out, dude. I don't know what more you want, but
they're talking about bringing him back now.
But the problem is, again, is like Jerry Jones being at the head of the whole thing is the problem. Like, he doesn't want to get someone. Like, I saw a quote not too long ago, and I forgot to bring it up to you guys as a joke, but I can't remember if it was on the radio station or what, but it's something like a quote like, he's like, no one can do a better effing job than me. I'm doing or something to that effect. And it's
Jerry
like,
Jones said that, yeah.
Yeah, he said something to that effect, right? And it's like, well, you're not going to bring in anyone to challenge you. And sometimes you need guys to challenge you to keep you on your toes, or just to have someone else thinking a different way in the room. And clearly the problem has been that he's hired these guys who just, either say, yes, Jar, whatever you say, Jar, or whatever it is. But I think Mike McCarthy needs to go. I mean, what more do you need to see? I think it was a mistake to pay Dak. I don't think you're going to see very much more of Dak that you haven't already seen. I think there's some, like, if they thought it's been bad the past few years for the Dallas Cowboys, I think it's about to get a lot worse.
Can I add a little point to that one?
Yeah.
And I'll keep this one quick. The fact that they changed the offense for Cooper Rush, and they've been able to do the same amount with the offense that they did with Dak is a detriment to Dak and what Dan just said. I mean, that doesn't look good for Dak when you change the offense for Cooper Rush, and also it doesn't look good for Mike McCarthy at the same time.
They got whooped against Philly.
Yeah. I'm gonna go with Brian Dable. See, that one's rough because I wonder if bringing in a new head coach would, or if he stayed and they brought in a good quarterback, that I don't know, maybe something, I don't know, you draft a quarterback or something. Could his offensive system help him similar to other teams? But then at the same time, you're kind of like, well, the GM and the head coach need to go start off fresh, start off new. So I'm going to go pa fuera. I think if Joe Brady gets a job, I think right away you'll get I think he'll get a job right away, because if Joe Brady gets a job, then I think the Bills will bring him back as an OC and he'll have a job right away. But I'm just interested to see what happens with him. But for right now, I say pa fuera. Gilbert. Yeah, I'll give you this one. Jonathan Gannon.
Oh, I say he stays. He won 4 games in year 1, 7 in year 2. It's not his fault. He has Kyler Murray throwing interceptions. What a terrible pass to Trey McBride in the end zone against the Rams. Just kind of float that thing in there, man. Let's a little tap there, Kyler. Too hard on the buttons there, like you're playing Call of Duty. It's not a freaking shooting game. Trey McBride took the blame, but it hit him in the freaking helmet right here. Anyways, he had the game right there. But Jonathan Gannon did a nice job with a defense that doesn't have a lot of talent outside of Budda Baker. There's a couple guys there, but he's coaching his butt off. They're a little conservative there. Maybe he might need to find a new OC. I thought Drew Petzing was going to be the guy, but I think Kyler Murray is a problem there. And I know Kyler Murray's already talking about saying, "Hey, I'm gonna be in the training room with Marvin Harrison Jr. all off season." Bring some competition, man. Bring in Daniel Jones. Bring in Zach Wilson. I get that he has money. He has money on his contract left for one more season. Make the guy earn it. He's been given everything in his career. So bring it back with Jonathan Gannon, but don't do the same thing again.
I think the other thing, too, if you don't mind me chiming in real quick, Gannon basically got hired because no one really wanted the Arizona job.
Yeah.
And I think another reason, too, is like, do you really want to go through that again as an owner? Because that didn't look very good, that no one really was chomping at the bits to go out to Arizona. So, I think they'll probably give him another shot for sure. Because I mean, who else is going to go do it?
That was Gilbert. Vic T. Higgins.
Oof.
Oh, man. Especially with what you saw against the Broncos, you would want him to stay. We know the situation with the Bengals. They don't pay any play. I mean, they're already lowballing Jamar Chase. We saw what's happened with Burrow. They waited to the last minute. I think se va, because I think he's going to get paid somewhere else, somewhere like the Panthers. I could see somebody's going to give him a bunch of money. I heard somebody say the Packers could be someone, because they really need a number one receiver, because having a bunch of B's and C's, we saw, I mean, they can't beat the elite teams.
We were talking to Doug Keed on last week, and he told that from the page he covers the Patriots for Boston Herald, and he said he thinks T. Higgins to the Patriots is a big possibility. He's like, I think they're going to overpay for him, and they're going to try and bring him in. And
but is he a number one, or because he kind of does that once?
That's my thing.
Every 5-6 games.
That's my thing.
I think he's the number two. Like Jamar will do it every game. I think
Mhm.
T is kind of like he did it against the Chargers. Then he kind of went quietly, and then he's done it the last.
He gets hurt a lot too.
Yeah,
so that's my other thing too.
Yeah,
Boltillo wants all the receivers out here. Boltillo, who you taking between T. Higgins and CeeDee Lamb?
Dan,
All of them. How about that?
Gerard Mayo.
Ooh.
See, like for me, when we talked to Doug, nothing would get me more excited than to see a real Big Mike out in the Patriots uniform back in Foxborough. The protege coming back home. I thought that was the more likely heir to the throne than Gerard Mayo. I just think, I think they're going to give Mayo at least 2 years, maybe, because of course everybody's the biggest defense for Mayo is going to be, well, you just lost the greatest head coach almost of all time. People would argue there's going to be some drop off, but just, I think no one really expected the drop off to be this hard. Like, they were talking about it on Sunday in the game where, they'll compete their whole season was basically, they'll compete against the Buffalo and keep it tight, but then they'll get blown out by another team a week later. So it's been ugly there. And, a part of it, as Doug alluded to, was, a lot of inexperience coaching there and everything else. But I think they're going to keep him. I don't think they'd move on from him after 1 year. So I think they're going to keep him.
I think I'll go with Doug Peterson. I think he needs to be gone. I think Trent Baalke needs to be gone. I think they need to revamp it. I think they need to do a whole new thing. I just think that those guys are they've tanked that thing, and now you have Brian Thomas Jr., who looks like he might be the best receiver out of this draft, and Malik Neighbors obviously is there too, but Malik has done, or Brian Thomas Jr. has done a great job. You need to get an offense around him. You need to get guys around him, and I just feel like they need to move on and start fresh, because if not, you're just going to see the same mediocrity. And as soon as Brian's contract's over, he's going to be like, oh, you know what? I'm out of here. I don't want to be here. Or with the way players are nowadays, he's probably going to be like, hey, I want to trade. Like, we're already hearing that Garrett Wilson's probably going to ask for a trade in the offseason. And that's, 2 years in? So, I definitely, So I'm not sure about all that. Gilbert. Ooh, I'll give you a challenging one. Kevin Stefanski.
Okay. I was hoping to give me Brian Callahan. But Stefanski, I say you keep him. And also, the Browns get a lot of things wrong, but they were kind of smart to lock him up before the season. So now if you're the Cleveland media, you can't really ask, hey, about job security when you just got a new deal. You're going to have a bad season probably because you won't give up on Deshaun Watson. This is for sure. Keep him, Kevin Stefanski. Like I was going to say for sure. And then they doubled down on Deshaun Watson again, and they moved around his money, restructured his contract, and he's pretty much going to be the starting quarterback in 2025, coming off an Achilles injury, doing nothing for 3 years. And Stefanski, I love the guy as a coach. When other quarterbacks was there, we've seen it, for the most part, we saw Joe Flacco, Jameis Winston's kind of up and down, but that the scheme works. He knows how to coach his butt off. I do worry about another losing season, but I say he stays again. He kind of has to with another contract, but I don't feel good about it that they're going to go back to Deshaun Watson. Bring some competition, man. Draft a quarterback. You're top 3 in the draft right now. Cam Ward, Shadur Sanders, see you later, Deshaun Watson. Maybe he's a bridge quarterback for 2025, and then you cut him. But at that point, like, why are we moving the money around? Just eat it and call it a day in 2026.
Yeah.
Dan, Anthony Richardson.
Oh, there's no way they're not going to move on for him. What's this? His second year?
Yeah.
They
Yeah,
already
they're not
benched
going to
him,
move
though.
on with him.
Yeah, bench.
Yeah,
already.
yeah, bench. A bench is one thing, but you're not going to. Wasn't he like a top 5 pick or whatever?
Top 4.
I know he was a Gilberto, one of Gilberto's quarterbacks, but
Hey, Pat McAfee ripping him apart this morning. That does
Dude,
not
did
sit
you
well.
Did you guys see that long ass
Yeah.
tweet?
Oh,
He
I read
knows
the whole
people in that
thing.
building, so I
Yeah.
believe everything he's
He
saying.
doubled down today.
Oh, I'm
Like,
gonna
on
watch
the
that clip
show.
later. I'm gonna watch
He's
that
not
clip
happy.
later.
Okay, so
Yeah.
Pat, real quick, Pat said that you know how the Armed Forces Award, Gilbert, the one that they give out to a player on the
yeah.
team.
Yeah,
You know who they gave that to?
No.
Blue, their mascot.
What?
They gave
Okay.
it to Blue, their mascot.
Did nobody else do anything for?
So Pat was pissed. Then I guess Zaire Franklin, after the game, told everybody to go subscribe to his podcast.
He
Well,
has
that
one?
yeah, I guess so. So, oh no,
Dude,
to vote for him for the Pro Bowl. My bad. To vote for him for
Oh,
the Pro
okay.
Bowl.
So he has a podcast.
That pissed off
The way he called them these entitled bums who've amounted to nothing and stuff. No, you know what the craziest part was to me, honestly? He put I'm a season ticket holder in parentheses, not renewing. I was like, they make him pay for tickets? Like, that's wild to me.
You
like,
know, but and the crazy part is, they hit him up because he was even talking shit about Steichen's play calling.
Yeah.
He was talking crap about Ballard. Like, he was letting everybody have it. So when he's fed up,
I think he's going to be on the bench probably, or who knows? Because I mean, I agree with Pat in the sense that I thought Flacco did give him the better chance to win. But I mean, like, and again, I'm not trying to go on some long spiel here, but like these, especially, you already have the character issues of him tapping himself out and stuff like that. He's already had injuries in the year. But this is why, for the life of me, I would never go after running quarterbacks. I want mobile quarterbacks, but not run design, not keep them and go, because I think they have a hard time lasting if they're not smart. And then on top of that, like, I want guys who can throw from the pocket. I want them to sit in there, and when everyone clears out because it's man or zone and there's a running lane, fine, take off and slide. But, I think for sure they're going to keep him. But I think that place is about to get a lot worse before it gets better. And it's going to be pretty toxic probably moving forward.
Vic, Kyler Murray.
Oh, we talked about this during our preview of House of Horns. And Gil reminded me that he still has 1 year left of guaranteed money. And then you can move on from him. And so I would have moved on from him, like he talked about earlier in a couple of segments ago when we talked about Gannon. But I think they're going to give him 1 more year and see what happens, and then they'll move on. We talked about this I think it was a couple of weeks ago, where if they had a top 3 pick in the draft, they might have drafted a quarterback and they would have moved on from Kyler Murray. But because those top 3 guys, they picked number 4. They went with Marvin Harrison Jr. And so we'll see. And like Gilbert said, bring in some competition, because without that, he's not getting better. He's just actually regressing. And I at least commend him for running the offense, but he needs to be a little bit more aggressive.
Gilbert, this one's an interesting one. There's several reports that are saying that Ben Johnson wants the Bears job, but that he wants it if this individual's not there.
Okay.
Ryan Poles, Gilbert.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I think it's time to go. He's kind of I gotta choose my words carefully. He's kind of doing things for Kevin Warren. He's a real boss there. He's the president of the team. And a lot of reports are saying that he kind of he goes to that guy for like, hey, can you do this? Can you do that? And I think Ryan Poles might be the fall guy here. When you put it this way, the only thing that Ryan Poles has really done right, or at least gotten right when it comes to making moves and getting results, is getting that number 1 pick from the Panthers. But Bryce Young is playing better than Caleb Williams at this point. I get you got DJ Moore, but what's the point of having DJ Moore when Caleb Williams can't throw him the football? So, and then they have better coaching over there. Freaking look what Young is doing with Canales. They have a good running game. They got a good offensive line there. So he's confident. He threw some bombs to Adam Thielen before they got blown out. But they got to get better over there in Carolina. But all I'm saying, all he has is that number 1 pick that he stole from the Panthers, right? But he didn't do anything with it. What you drafted Roma Dunze instead of a lineman. The lineman that you got the year before that, you got it wrong. And Darnell Wright, I think it was a top 10 pick. So a lot of whiffs and misses here for Ryan Poles. And honestly, if people are saying that, hey, we don't like Ryan Poles and the Kevin Warren dynamic, clean house. And then you bring in Mike Brable. I know Mike Brable was close to Ryan Poles, but I think if Mike Brable wants to run the show and not have 2 people above him, clean house, move on, see you later. But I think Kevin Warren has a lot of power in Chicago from what I've been reading. So I think he's going to keep his boy Ryan Poles there.
That's why I just think like Chicago to me, it does not appeal to me at all. Like it appeals to me as a smoking Joe out here on the streets of San Diego. Yeah. But if I was in the NFL, if what?
Go get pizza.
Oh, but yeah, sure.
And then your boy lives out there.
Shout out. Peace be upon him. My Lord. He's the best. Little L, not blasphemous, but like that job just does not appeal to me if I was in this circle. Boltillo brings up a good point asking why Ben Johnson's demanding this if he's only a coordinator. Like, I'll tell you for me, Boltillo, like the only reason why I think that's a good move is because you get one shot in the NFL half the time to be a head coach, and you can't go in there handcuffed because people are above you or there's politics behind the scenes and things like that. Like, you have to have control over your program. Now, I'm not saying, that give them the GM abilities and everything else, but you have to have a back and forth discussion and leeway and what's it called? Compromise. You have to have compromise in a team to be successful, I think. So I don't blame them for trying to ask about those things, because last thing you want to do is come into some situation as a head coach first time and you're looking around and you kind of go, oh shit, this was not a good idea, dude. This is a lot worse than I could have expected. So,
what's funny? I said this to Dan on Saturday. If I were Ben Johnson, I would want the Patriots job.
Ooh, Drake May.
Wouldn't be bad either, yeah.
Dan, you have Drake May, but then not only Drake May, you also have, that the Crafts will give you whatever you want. They're patient. The last time a head coach got hired there before Gerard Mayo, he was there for over 20 years. Like, I would like that job if it opened up. You need weapons, but with his style of offense, you could mask all the stuff that you need. The only thing is, I feel like Ben Johnson needs to be smart about who he chooses as his OC. Choose an OC, bring in an OC, and then who he chooses as a defensive coordinator. But
I think it should be somewhere with a new GM and new everything. Just have him kind of be connected with everything.
Yeah. I completely agree. All right, for these next 3 or 4, we'll just do thumbs up or thumbs down. Derek Carr.
Oh God, get him out of here.
That's easy.
Get him out of here. I hate that guy. I hate that guy.
Deshaun Watson too, or what?
Russell Wilson.
Yeah.
I can't believe they're trying to extend him.
You think he's gonna stay?
I can't believe
he's gonna stay.
Oh no.
We saw what was Dan. Didn't you share something about Mike Tomlin and how
I did? Yeah, I did.
Yeah, and this is what Mike Tomlin does. He's just gonna stay relevant enough. They're gonna re-sign him. This is the MO for the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Dan,
it's not a good move. He's not gonna win you a playoff game.
You might, but not for the future. But yeah.
AOC.
No, he won't. Who's he going to beat right now, Gilberto?
Texas in round 1. Sorry, what was the name?
AOC.
AOC? Yes. What? He'll stay with the Raiders. How long is he there?
He's still on his rookie contract. He could be the backup. Yeah, that's true.
He'll stay there. Yeah, 100%. Who else are you going to get? The handlebar. Dan,
it's what we want to happen, not what's going to happen, right?
Yeah.
Well, I thought it's predictions. Oh,
Dan, this is a request from a certain individual. He wanted me to show you this.
Oh, this better not be some bullshit.
What? Back off. The Chargers.
I fucking hate you guys for doing this type of shit.
What is this?
Every day is a.
I want to stab my eyes out every time I look at this little window and it says something for Instagram or somewhere else. Unbelievable, dude. That was the cringiest thing I've ever seen. That was the cringiest thing I've ever seen, dude. My God.
It's like that Padres anthem from a couple years ago.
That
Oh, I
was
know.
super cringe, dude. Then did you realize? I think they pulled up a stat that they were like they hadn't beaten the Dodgers since or something like that.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Robert.
my Dodgers.
Robert D thinking with his other head, dude.
All right, let's go with our week. That was a great segment. Let's go with our week 17 takeaways. Dan, why don't you take it away?
I want to do my takeaway. Pull it up. Pull up the banner. I want to say, welcome. Come here. Come to Papa, son. Because let me tell you what Jayden Daniels has just become. Another running back playing quarterback out there on the streets of Washington.
I'm glad.
That's
I'm
all
glad you
I
said
saw.
this. I want to hear
That's
what
all
why.
I saw. That's all I saw in the game. Where was he more effective? Running the football. I just don't understand. Like,
I knew you were gonna say that.
I don't want quarterbacks to be the 12th running back, the second running back. I want guys who are going to sit in the pocket and throw the damn thing down the field. Is that too much to ask, Gilberto? Can I get someone to stand in the pocket
I
and
agree,
launch the
but
fucking pigskin
He
like
was
the
a
Rock?
pocket passer for 15 games. Now, week 17 with a playoff spot on the line, I say F it. Freaking throw your body
Yeah.
on the line. Give him credit.
Do
Come
it.
on. He was out
Do it.
there throwing his body on the line, and then he got the game
No,
winning touchdown through passing. But
he did well.
I get it. I didn't like that he wasn't able to pick apart the Falcons secondary. I'll say that for sure. But he knew the playoffs were on the line. He's like, I'm 180 pounds. We need a
Don't
playoff
fumble
spot.
the football.
And he did it. He threw his body on the line there, and I appreciate that. Or at least for his teammates, I'm sure they did. I get it. You're right, Dan. He needs to be better as a passer. That wasn't it. But to do everything to win the playoff games, kind of like scenario, I like it.
Yeah, I agree with it. You got to do what you got to do. But like I'm saying, like that's not like a quarterback like that. And I said this before: the Jalen Hurts, the Lamars, the who else am I missing? I wouldn't pay him top dollar as a quarterback. I want them to sit in the pocket, read the defense, and sling the ball to the open receiver. I love the mobility. Don't get me wrong. I would love if Justin Herbert had Lamar's speed or whatever and his agility, his little wiggle, that would be beautiful. That'd be the perfect hybrid right there. That'd be even more. That would make the son of Odin even more of a specimen. But like, I don't want him getting jittery, throwing to triple coverage just because he wants to get rid of the ball. Like, that's a problem to me. And, it's going to be interesting to see what happens now. Because that's the other thing. He struggled against the Falcons. The Falcons have struggled all year. It's not like they're a big powerhouse team either.
Yeah.
So, I mean, that was just interesting.
He made plays when it mattered. I gotta give him credit for that.
Because, I mean, the only thing people talk about is when you win the game. So, yeah, I agree with
Penix
that.
Also very impressive. He missed a lot of throws, but man, that guy's he's not shy with the gun there.
Dan,
Yeah, no, but his
somebody's
motion is like
asking, is
close to
Penix
low.
the future or is he Tua with a do-rag?
This guy's an idiot. I hate this fool. I hate this.
He's already
fool.
done more than Tua with the game on the line. Freaking Penix.
You know what's crazy? I know in the first half he was pissed off at himself because there were some throws.
He missed a lot
where
of throws.
he had, there was one where he had Drake London in the end zone and he just floated it over, and you could tell he was like, but I think he's gonna be good.
Even
honestly.
towards the end of the game.
It was
The end of
impressive.
the game, he
Confident.
had Drake
Yeah.
London on like an out route.
Ooh.
And this is before, to set up like a field goal.
Yeah. And then
He
they
missed some.
freaking Raheem Morris keeps his 2 timeouts in his back
No,
pocket.
don't ruin that. That's my
Okay,
that's my
but yeah,
Mario.
okay. Sorry,
but anyways,
sorry,
he did the
sorry.
job there. And then a couple of 4th down conversions. I'm like, what the hell happened here? And Victor, you mentioned it reminded me of Justin Herbert's rookie year in Las Vegas. Like those were pretty clutch plays too.
Yeah.
All right, I will go next. Let's just get this out of the way. Coaches are not gonna tank. They're not gonna do it.
Sorry.
Coaches on the hot seat are not gonna tank.
Yep.
I know fans want them to tank. People are like, "What's AP doing? What are some of these other guys doing?" They need to show that they can win. And I know it's gonna piss off fans, but the organization wants to win. They want to. They want to make sure that they have a coach. I saw the video yesterday of what's his name, AP doing the Raiders thing, and you saw Mark Davis behind with the biggest grin ever, and that told me, yeah, they might be keeping him another year and give him another opportunity.
Wait till
But then you
Tommy-
have Max
Tommy
Crosby
comes in there.
saying he doesn't know. He thinks that maybe Max, isn't this what you asked for? You wanted AP. You
point.
said you were gonna request a trade if AP didn't stay. Now you have him, and now you want something different. You can't have it all. So I definitely think that I definitely think that I know fans are getting anxious and they're getting mad at the teams for going, but they have to go They have to try and win. They have to try and show the organization, hey, you should keep me another year. Look, right now the chips are down, but look, the Giants are fighting for Brian Dable.
Yeah.
Drew Lock threw for scored 5 touchdowns. The Raiders have won 2 in a row now. Can they make it 3 in a row? All that stuff. So
The Jaguars.
the Jaguar. Well, I mean, yeah, I guess. But yeah, you're right.
Gilbert's
But,
Jaguars.
yeah,
Actually, they keep winning for me when I pick them. They're bad.
Yeah,
They're,
so,
Mac Jones, man.
They help me.
Mac Jones better not get a job, but he might with the way he's playing.
Well,
I'm
yeah,
just
true.
so curious. I think the biggest question mark for me this offseason in the NFL, how big of a role is Tom Brady going to have in that building? That's what I am dying to know. Because I think, like, personally, I think Tom is going to go in there whenever he's done with this Fox stuff. Like, when the season's over, he's going to be like, who are half of these people in this building, dude? Like, what are we doing? Is he going to keep
everybody?
Is he going to keep Tom Telesco for 11 years like the Chargers did?
Hey, by the way, this is like
I doubt it.
This is another typical Tom Telesco year. Like they lose, but they're not like top 3 bad. But then they get the first round pick right in Brock Bowers, and they don't really do much after that. So
I wouldn't say he got the first round pick. That's like a golden goose falling.
That's what I'm
into your
saying.
lap.
He kind of falls in that spot where the good players who are available fall to him because he's a tight end or he's a safety or whatever.
Oh yeah. That's why I would get into so many arguments with Charger fans. I'm like, he's not good. Either the Chargers were so bad they had a top 4 pick or 5, and obviously if you miss it in there, you need to be taken out behind the shed at that point. But either we were that far or we were in the middle and someone slid that was supposed to be 4 or 5. They slide all the way to 10, 12, or 13 or whatever. I'm like, there was no magic behind it. I'm convinced, and I'm not trying to go back into history, but I'm convinced if he was the number 4 pick, he's taking Tua. I am 100% convinced of that. The son of Odin, okay? Son of Odin fell into his lap. Let's not act like he was here all of a sudden. Oh, who should we get? I mean, I don't know. What are we thinking?
Danny went Josh Palmer instead of going Amon-Ra St. Brown.
Don't even remind me.
I mean,
don't even remind me.
We keep on our TikTok. We kept getting stuff about Addison because
Fernando
asked him,
yeah.
would you like to be a Charger? And
that was last year when I asked.
That was hilarious when that started.
I still get people on the tweet that retweet it and they're pissed. Yeah. So, Gilbert, why don't you give us your takeaway?
And real quick to your point, Fernando, I feel like the Patriots should sit Drake May. Don't risk it in a terrible, week 18 game. He already got the concussion, I think, or maybe he got cleared, right? I forget.
No, he got cleared.
Yeah, he did. He came back into the
he's
game.
fine, but keep him protected.
Cam Hart almost took his head off.
He lit him up. I don't know.
Try, baby.
But
love seeing some physical football out of these people.
Sit down, get Brissett in there, and get the number 1 pick. Keep it, and also like you're playing Mitchell Trubisky, you might win that game too. It's gonna be weird. And then the Titans are playing the Texans with their backups. The Titans might win a bunch of games too. So maybe the Giants might get back Shadur Sanders, who had those cleats at the Alamo Bowl with the Giants logo on it.
That was so stupid.
But yeah, anything. Anyways, I'll keep mine quick here, and maybe I'll get Dan fired up. But I think right now Joe Burrow is the best stand quarterback. Right now, I'm gonna be clear. In the playoffs, it's gonna be Patrick Mahomes. He has 3 Super Bowls.
Here we go.
Nobody could be at Mahomes. But if you're gonna talk about being a passer of the freaking football, pocket passer, Dan,
I love it.
It's Joe freaking Burrow right now, man. The way he carried his team, and I get it. They blew some games earlier in the year. It wasn't his fault. Freaking Zach Taylor almost tried to give the victory to the Broncos there at the end. Bo Nix had a nice pass there to Marvin Mims Jr. But hey, Burrow kept saying, "All right, more obstacles, more challenges." T. Higgins, Jamar Chase, Mike Gesicki, Chase Brown, just the way he's playing quarterback, man. And Dan, I don't want to annoy you again, but I'm enjoying watching Josh Allen, Lamar Jackson, Patrick Mahomes, Joe Burrow as the top 4 quarterbacks in the AFC. And Justin Herbert may prove me wrong in the playoffs, but he's also playing well right now too.
Dude,
but
that's so crazy to me. That's so crazy to me, though. Why? I hate this motherfucker. Not the other ones in here. I don't understand why when we talk about top 5 quarterbacks, why are we not talking about ability? Right. Everyone always says
just
the same
not to
shit.
piss you off. Throw them in there.
Everyone always says the same
but
shit.
Top 4, I got my top 4, and I think it's pretty convincing and set. But after that, I don't care.
You have Lamar over Herbert?
Lamar Jackson.
I do right now. Justin Herbert, I haven't seen the highs enough where Lamar
You
Jackson, he
son.
chokes in the playoffs. I get that, but I don't see.
Hold on.
I don't see
I'm
Herbert
getting
in the
killed.
playoffs.
I'm
I have
getting
some breaking
killed today
news.
from all over the place. Can we do 5? You guys to hop out. Can we do 5?
I will hop out.
We do
Eric, are you here?
No, I'll
Eric?
hop out. I'll hop out.
Yes, sir.
How
There
are
he
you doing
is.
today?
I'm doing good.
Eric, I need help. These
gonna be-
people are just trying to
Eric's
assassinate
gonna agree.
me today.
Everybody agrees.
Oh,
Oh,
shoot.
bring back
Damn.
Eric.
My bad. Sorry. I messed up. Okay. Eric, how are you doing today?
I'm doing good. And
Yeah, first, how are you doing?
I just want to say I'm looking forward to pizza at Woodstocks in the near
Hey,
future.
You cheated.
Courtesy
That
of,
was insider trading. That's all
So
right, I got one.
the
Look at
reason
this.
why Eric is here today is because Dan lost a bet to Eric. He bet him that he would
Can't see it, Dan.
Fuck, it blended out. Hold on.
he bet Dan
I
that
hate these machines.
the Rams would not make the playoffs. Dan took the bet and Eric ended up winning. So
Look at this.
Yeah.
How do you like that?
journalism.
Capital
Eric.
J journalism.
Can also
That's
get a
right.
shirt
Like
that you were wrong about the Rams, Dan. That'd be great for Eric.
Oh, really? Wait till I start.
Yeah.
Oh shit! Hold on. Let me do this again. Wait till I
I'll
start
get that
coming up
going this
with.
weekend.
You're a loser. You and your precious Rams. Gilberto Ramzano. I'm so pissed. I'm so pissed. I shouldn't have taken that bet, and I just remembered why. I put the fate of my gambling in the hands of Kyler Murray and Geno Smith.
Yeah, good point.
Brown should have slapped me in the face for agreeing to this thing.
I think you just felt bad for me because of the Russell Wilson bet that
I did.
lost.
I did. That's why I'm a homie. I wanted to help you out.
I appreciate that.
Eric,
I'll take
how-
I'll take all of the bets I can get that I can actually win.
I was pissed. We're gonna do another one. The cheese eating bastard's in here too. He's angry because he lost a bet to me. And now he wants to go double or nothing. But we'll find out. We'll get some gambling going.
Eric, how do you feel like those Rams could do in the playoffs?
I think they could do some damage, depending on, what the draw is and who they have. I definitely,
If they play the Packers, it's an easy sweep. It's not even a big deal. Take another bye week, dude.
yeah, I like them against the Packers.
Oh, you
And
do?
then, if they win that game and they have to go to Detroit, where Matthew Stafford has played,
Stop it.
obviously a lot of games.
Uh-oh.
Detroit's
Stop the
defense
blasphemy.
is not the greatest.
Don't worry about Detroit. They're going to be.
They're going to be trying to sign me and you to play defensive line for them.
Oh, dude, I'll get after it. You know why? I would just talk to Greg Williams before the game, and I'll say, yes, I'll do it. And I'll just go get his ass, lay hit. Then I'll
Bounty
get
game?
ejected, and I'll be fine.
I'm good to bite some ankles for maybe 2 plays, and then
Yeah, that's
you
all
know,
I got. 1.5,
done.
maybe. I need a few Diet Cokes before and after, and then I'll be fine.
You might get Rams Lions in the first round if they lose to the Vikings in Week 18. Might be
They're
a
not
4-5.
true. The Vikings. They're
good
not
point,
gonna
Gil. I
lose.
haven't thought about that. Yeah, that's a big game.
But do the
coming up.
Rams care about 3 or 4? Maybe they're going to rest their players, right, Eric? I think.
Yeah, McVay, he
Yeah.
ain't playing nobody.
Yeah,
So
so
you
they
don't
might
think he
lose that
cares?
game. They'll get 4 seed, and maybe the Lions get the 5th seed. There you go.
I don't think they care about 3 or 4. I think
Yeah.
it's more like they're going to play home, and they'll play whoever that is coming their way. I think they feel confident playing at home against that team, and then if they're able to win that game, you see what the matchup is on the road. I don't think they're worrying about teams. I think they're just worrying about being healthy.
Eric, on the other side, the other team in LA, Dan's Chargers.
Son of
Yeah.
those, baby.
How do you feel about them moving forward?
Again, I like the Chargers because they have a quarterback that's weatherproof. We talked about this, his ability to throw darts and dimes through any kind of inclement weather. Grew up in Oregon, so he's used to playing in bad weather. So that helps him. They have a good defense, so that helps him as well. They get Dobbins back, which I think is big, because he's been the most productive running back that they've had. The only issue I think they had is who's going to make the plays in the fourth quarter that's going to propel them to victory. Who are they going to? Is it McConkey? Is it Q? Is it Will Disley? Like who are the guys in the passing game that are going to make the plays? Because even though we know Justin's a beast, he can't throw the ball to himself. At least I don't think he can.
In a perfect world, I'd love to see that. Eric, how much eligibility do you have left? You want to start stretching out, see what you got?
I don't know. Me and my 5.240 is not going to be getting open against anybody.
Don't you remember Antonio Gates? All you need is a little wiggle.
Well, he's 6'4", 250 though.
Oh, well, that's true. Yeah, that's true. He was a pretty big target. I'm not
Eric, who do
worried.
you have-
I
who
don't
do
know
you
how
have
to say
winning,
this.
though? Go ahead, Dan.
What's that?
No, I was gonna say I'm not worried. I clinched the playoffs. I won my bet.
What if
My-
they start
my
in
cheesy-
Baltimore? What if they get Baltimore in the first
I'm
round?
not worried about Baltimore. Do you understand? If we could have just done a few goddamn jug machines before the game, I win that game. I win that game.
What? Yeah, Quentin
100%. I believe that. I'm not gonna say he quit on the game, but you could tell after some of those drops, he literally took himself out of the game and unbuckled his helmet. Like, what are we even doing? Scott Matlock probably hasn't dropped a pass at all this year, and he's a goddamn D tackle. What are we doing?
Yeah.
What are we doing?
I don't know if we want to be
not
relying
worried.
on Scott
We're gonna be
Matlock to
okay.
create separation.
Hey,
Eric,
he's
can I-
got a little
can-
wiggle. You see that against
Eric-
the Broncos? He had a little wiggle.
Little, very little.
Eric, can you give Dan a reality check and agree that the best 4 quarterbacks right now are in no order if you want, but
Ooh.
Mahomes, Burrow, Allen, and Jackson, top 4 right there, and then Herbert wherever you want, maybe after that. But
Yeah, I mean that's accurate. How can you push against that? Like, I mean, I know
Dad tries. He
I know
tries
you
hard.
have your powder blue and gold glasses on.
Excuse me. I'm unbiased.
Well, you have the journalism 101 shirt, so yeah, you must be
exactly.
unbiased.
I will hope so.
I'm unbiased.
Put up top 5, Dan. How about that? Who'd be the 5th?
I'm talking about straight ability because every single time this happens when we have this conversation, Patrick Mahomes has won Super Bowls. Oh, so and so's won playoff game. I'm talking about straight ability. You put the son of Odin, greatest offensive mind in the game, on the Chiefs. Then you have the 12th man. He's throwing for 20,000 yards every season. What are we doing? You put him with the other Harbaugh on Baltimore with Derrick Henry as his back, and he has Andrews, Likely, and
Zay Flowers.
Who am I blanking on? Zay Flowers, 15,000 yards a season, baby. Who's the other one? Allen. Okay, he had Stephon Diggs. He's had some good players. What are we even talking about? He has a defense for the most part, not this year.
Higgins and Jamar Chase in Buffalo.
Oh, with Burrow, 100%. He had like 3 wide receiver ones out there. What are we even talking about? You know what I'm saying? My guy has done it with punt returners, kick returners, and these guys who, apparently
And
missed
defensive
training camp.
tackles.
And defensive tackles. What are we even talking about, Eric? I got D tackles catching passes out here. What are we even talking about?
I hear you. The weapons on the outside are a lot different for the other 4 guys that we mentioned. But hey, if Justin Herbert goes on the Super Bowl run, then we can change the order of that, right? But I mean, don't you think he has to at least win a playoff game first before we could
just one.
the
Dan.
other 4?
Just
He
one.
will. What are we worried about? He will. Yes, Jim Harbaugh now. What are we talking about? Because let me tell you, Jim Harbaugh cares about this game as much as Bill Belichick, that he, just like Belichick, will cheat to win this game. It doesn't even matter. He will figure out a way.
Oh, we saw
He
that.
will
Michigan
figure
game.
out a way.
Allegedly.
Hey,
Allegedly.
no lies told there.
Allegedly. So what are we talking about? It's going to be okay. We're going to get one at some point. Next year, everybody better be careful. Okay? Everybody better be careful. I'm not even worried. Jim Harbaugh's my coach. Let me send Fernando this photo so you can see.
Dan, you have a white receiver running around there with 1,000 yards.
McConkey's
What
pretty
are we
good.
even talking about? Lad McConkey, probably in the offseason, is going to go back to home, wherever he's from, plowing a farm. He's going to be ready.
Oh, okay.
You see what I'm talking about? He's going to be shoveling shit in January. Oh, sorry. Shoveling shit in March and
February.
April.
Yeah, yeah.
And he'll come out in training camp for another 1,500-yard season. We're going to be okay. Don't even worry about it. Hold on, Fran. Let me figure this out, and I'll send you this
It was
photo.
so funny because Dan's like, "This is poetic," and I was like, "What?" He's like, "A white receiver and a white quarterback out there making plays in New England."
In Boston.
I was about to say, what are we doing here? Trying to paint me as a bad guy? What are we doing?
No. Well, Tom Brady had Julian Edelman, and he had a bunch.
Yeah. That's what the announcer
Wes
said.
Welker,
He didn't put it
yeah.
as direct as that. Here you go. Why don't you pull up that photo right there? Why don't you pull up that photo? I just sent it. I don't know how to do this digital crap. This thing has been fighting me all day. I can't even show the nice little thing I got for Christmas because you can't.
Yeah, Turbo
I'm
Man.
just done with it. I'm done with it. It's better than Turbo Man. It's the son of Odin. He slings rockets.
Aren't you a millennial, Daniel?
I don't know. Am I?
Hey,
Hey, we appreciate it, Nestor. Thank you.
Shout out. Shout out
Look at
Nestor
that.
Rios.
look what Eric
What is
brings: money and fortune.
Hey,
Did
let's
he put
go.
Ho? Compas on the beat, Ho? That's right. Full up, baby. HO3.
Hey, Daniel, I do want to say I'm glad we're getting glass half full, Daniel and Daygo.
Oh,
I appreciate that.
yeah. You should have seen me last year, man. I was like, throw me off a building, dude. Let me run in front of a bus. This is terrible. I can't. How much longer? Seriously, how much shit I get at work and other places? They're like, you still root for the team? All this lame ass shit. And I'm like, I don't care that they left. I care that they are okay with losing. They accept losing. Well, not anymore, my boy. We got Jim Harbaugh in there, and the sky's the limit because, he's not going to allow for mediocrity. I can't wait. I have some hope. Hope's a dangerous thing. There you go. Look at this. This is my head coach right now.
Okay.
What are we even talking about? That's my head coach right there. What are we even talking about? I'm not worried about anything.
Is that smelling salts?
Yeah. He's a dog. He's a
You think?
dog.
We think that's smelling salts. That's
Yeah, it
what
could
we're
be
going
something
with.
else.
Oh, if it's
Yeah.
cocaine, I don't care. As long as he passes the drug
energy,
test, I
yeah.
get him in there. Give him energy. How much more energy does he need?
Oh, man.
Look at this guy. He is so mad that he lost this bet.
Well, thanks for inviting me on, Fernando.
Oh yeah, no.
Yeah.
I thought you would love to cash in on your. On
They've
your bet.
all wanted to character assassinate me this whole freaking program, Eric, over here. Just wanting to assassinate me. Putting up
Dan,
all these comments.
Why don't you
What?
tell Eric how you're doing? Who's the number one guy on our picks?
Oh, guess who's top dog, baby? Hold on.
Is that you, Daniel?
Oh, hold on. Oh, hold on. I need to really do this.
Eric came to brag about his win, not about all your accomplishments, Dan. Come on.
Look at this. Look at this. Hold on. Look at this. That's why I'm the number. Oh, shit. I have it backwards. Hold on. That's why I'm number one right there. Do you see that? Hold on.
Journalism
Did I put it right?
101.
Oh,
Period.
101. Oh, one. Just number one. I got you.
There's-
Just
there's
I
no
am
period.
number one.
Show him your.
Look at
Justin
this.
Herbert.
Look at this. Look at this. The son of Odin, baby.
Yeah, that's
Son
legit.
of Odin.
I like that.
Wait till I can kind of make a studio in here. Then I'll trick it all out. But
Okay.
top dog. Guess what? Everybody's big mad. I do this part time better than half of these people could. Like your boy Cowherd, better than he could do it full time. Or I do it better part time than any of these fools could do it full time. It's absolutely insane, dude. Look at
Compass
this.
on the
Look at
beat.
this.
NFL picks. Is that coming next?
Oh, that's it.
Yeah,
That's what
we're
we
gonna have
do.
Dan make
Yeah.
all the picks. Apparently, this guy knows what he's
Yeah,
doing.
look at this. Look at this. I'm 3 games ahead. Frown's
So,
gonna do the right
Dan's
thing.
at 55 and 30. I'm at 52 and 33, so I'm only 3 behind Dan.
Yeah.
Vic is at 47 and 38, and this week Dan went 6 and 0.
Are you guys
Look
going
at
straight
that.
winners, or are you guys going against? the
No,
spread?
straight winners. Yeah, no.
Oh, I don't
You
know what
can't.
that
You
is.
can't.
Yeah.
You can't do this. You can't do the.
We're not degenerate
spread.
gamblers here with the spreads and the VIX. No,
These guys have no
Oh,
courage.
oh.
They go all favorite players and favorite picks every week, man.
Did you
Like,
hear that,
they
Dan?
This
don't
guy's
try
talking
to
about
bold.
favorites.
Not bold.
This
Fine,
guy's
man.
talking about favorites.
I'm trying to widen the net for Compass, man. You know?
This guy. Ask this guy every year. He thinks because the Chiefs are so amazing. Every year he wants them to win the Super Bowl. Talk about picking favorites.
I don't want that. They're,
Picking
just, they're
favorites.
the best team in the league all the time. It's
Here
not
we
my
go.
fault.
Let me-
He can't. What?
Let me ask you, Eric. Do you think who do you think ends up with the 5 seed in the AFC?
Between
Chargers or Steelers? So the Chargers need the Steelers to lose to the Bengals, and the Chargers need to beat the Raiders for them to get the 5th seed. Do you think it'll be the Steelers or the Chargers that get that 5th seed and play Houston?
I think it's going to be the Steelers. I know the Bengals are playing better, but their defense is still not great. And that game's in Pittsburgh too, isn't it?
Yeah.
Don't worry.
Yeah.
They're playing Danger Russ. That defense doesn't need much. You think Danger Russ is in or out for next year? By the way.
Ooh, I think he's in. I think they're gonna.
Wow.
I
Okay.
think they're gonna bring him back.
God.
Yeah.
Everybody's so big mad at your boy. Look at this. A broken clock is right twice a day. Psych. Psych. That's why I got this shirt. Look at this one.
Uh oh. Yeah, I like it.
Eric, if you'd like a shirt, let us know, and we'll. If you want Dan's face on your shirt, we can
wash your car with and later.
What an asshole! Do you see this guy? What an asshole! This is what I deal with week in and week out.
I want a couple. I'd like a couple shirts. I'd like a couple shirts.
There you go.
This guy. Besides his Chiefs love, now he's gonna slander
Clean your
me.
stove with that shirt. It'd be nice.
Wow, he's gonna slander me when I'm trying to, be the marketing up in this mother. That's crazy.
You are very versatile. I like everything that you do, Dan. Don't get it twisted.
Now he tries to sugar me up. No thanks. You can't put sugar on shit and tell me it's chocolate, my boy.
Oh, look at this. Eric is in grad school, not a freshman class.
This guy's an idiot. He just loves talking shit. Goddamn cheese eating.
Eric,
bastard.
we appreciate you jumping on. Thank you so much. Definitely, we'll keep in touch and we'll do that pizza day because I know you're gonna want a pizza day, and I'm sure Vic and Eric are gonna hit, or Vic and Gilbert are gonna hit you up to try and get you on House of Horns again. So especially with the playoffs
Our
coming
favorite
in.
guest.
Oh,
Yeah,
Eric, before you leave, who goes further, Chargers or Rams in the playoffs?
Oh,
Ooh, that's easy. It's gonna be Rams.
oh.
Everyone just hates me on this program all of a sudden. Everybody just wants to slander me.
Hey, I'm just trying to keep it 100. Journalism 101. I mean,
exactly.
They are the better team, right?
I don't have another hat around here, but here, hold on.
Dan, who do you think has the better team, the Chargers or the Rams?
Clearly, they have the best quarterback.
Here's my unbiased hat. I'll tell you something. All you have to do is cover Puka Nacua, and the game's over. What are we talking about? What are we talking about? My boy, the son of Odin, is about to prove all these haters wrong. I can't wait.
Man.
We're going to beat whoever they put in front of us. They have to play us, Eric. We don't play them. They have to play us.
It sounds like that's another bet.
Oh, we're going to.
Oh.
Yeah, we're going to.
Who do you, Eric, real quick, who do you think the Chargers' best matchup the best against in the playoffs?
Everybody.
I actually like them against Pittsburgh. I think that's a good matchup for them, even though they lost to them, early in the year. It was a close game. I think they match up well against Pittsburgh, and I don't totally trust Russ for various reasons. So I'll go with the Steelers.
Could you see the Chargers being able to take down one of the top three teams, the Bills, the Ravens, or the Chiefs?
I like them against the Chiefs. I mean, they played the Chiefs tough last time they played them. So yeah,
Eric, if that happens, would you like to jump on that show and see what happens with a certain individual on this show?
Oh, for Chiefs, if they do play the Chiefs, oh yeah, I'm definitely coming on.
I'm going crazy. It's gonna, but I'm gonna remember it's gonna be a solemn day for Gilberto because that's his boy and everything else.
Yeah.
I don't know if you know this. He's a big Jackson Mahomes guy. He follows him on the TikToks. He's a big,
If they stop Lad McConkey, that's about it. There you go.
Oh,
kind of like the Rams.
Whoa.
We're already starting that conversation.
Whoa. Are you serious?
That's it.
My running game. And I don't need a quarterback to run.
Gil, I was going to say Will Disley, but
Oh yeah, or Will Disley. Yeah,
you guys, I got a lot of hate on here. I got a lot of hate. That's all right. I love it. I can't wait.
Double cover that guy.
Yeah,
you guys are gonna eat your words. It's okay. There's a reason I have this shirt. What are we talking about?
You're in the playoffs, Dan. Just be happy about that. But I'll be a quick
Eric, last thing before you get out of here, okay? Ask Gilberto how many games he thought the Chargers were going to win this season, please.
Go ahead.
I could just answer.
Just go ahead and answer.
I said 7 or 8, but yeah, I got it
What
wrong.
did your boy say, Eric? What did your boy say?
No, Dan, ask the other question. Who did he have making the playoffs instead of the Chargers?
Who was the other AFC West team he had making the playoffs? Ask him, Eric.
Okay. I got the Raiders. I got it wrong. Okay. Anything else?
Who did your boy say? Who did your boy say?
I also said Russell Wilson was going to do well, and you got that one wrong. But
There's a reason it's not Gilberto Damas up in this mother. Look
Yeah.
at this.
You got dumbass or dumbest?
That's like a bad gambler.
Damas.
He
Don't be
only
all
has
bullshit.
his wins to show off, but with the losses, he won't bring them up at all.
What losses? Where am I lost?
Exactly.
Where do I lose? I'm a propaganda machine, baby.
Apparently, you got to be convinced this guy wins all day.
No.
Let's
You will be buying me pizza and beer at Woodstock, so there's one out.
let's let him go out with his song. Eric, thank you so much. That's Eric G. Williams.
Best song.
Appreciate you.
That was Eric D. Williams. You know him. We love him. He is the best. I had to. Hey, Vic asked me.
Yeah.
He's like,
Yes.
"Can you try and get him on?" I didn't say anything because I asked Eric. Eric's like, "Yeah, I'll do it." He's like, I get an opportunity to talk crap to Daniel. He's
Yeah,
like,
what you got for 5 minutes? I mean, for 5 seconds, and then Dan goes on 5 minutes about how he was right about everything else. Come on, let him brag.
That's an
Shout out
old.
to Eric.
Do I
Shout
need
out
to
to
pull out my journalism shirt again? That's journalism 101. You dominate the air time. Then we can't talk
That
about
is
it.
that
anymore.
is journalism in 2024. You're correct.
Yes.
Yeah. See. Oh, your heroes over there,
Yeah.
Nick Wrong and
Vic, why don't you give us your takeaway, and then we'll get into everything else.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's gonna be hard to follow what Eric just had, being on here, but I'll say mine. I'll keep it quick. The Vikings are winning the NFC North, and it's all thanks to Sam Darnold. I mean, what Sam Darnold is doing. We had a discussion on Gilberto's Hour last week, and I think part of the problem that people have with Sam Darnold is that they still think he's with the Jets or with Carolina, and I know a lot of people are saying, well, this is all on Kevin O'Connell and what he's been able to do. I mean, if you saw that game yesterday against the Packers, I mean, he was making throws. Yes, he had 2 mistakes. He threw an interception, and he overthrew Addison on one of the plays there. But outside of that, he ran that offense to perfection. And it wasn't like he was throwing little screens or here and there. He was actually putting the ball down the field, with touch. Whether it was Naylor who was catching balls, it was Justin Jefferson, or Hawkinson, or even
Cam
Addison.
Akers.
Cam Akers.
That conversion at the end was a little low. He almost blew
Yes.
it with the pass
That
there.
grab,
He got it, he got it,
that
though.
was great concentration.
That was great. Yeah.
Yeah. But I mean, just seeing the growth, and this is what happens sometimes. Sometimes what you need to do is you need to go to someone who can, to a coach that knows how to use you. And one of the things that I kind of also wanted to touch on that you guys talked about, if you look at the AFC, it's all the top quarterbacks, right? Joe Burrow, Justin Herbert, Lamar Jackson, Patrick Mahomes, Josh Allen, all the quarterbacks are in the AFC. But when you look at the NFC, it's all systems. It's Sean McVay's system, Kevin O'Connell's system. And a lot of these quarterbacks, even Ben Johnson's system, who's Jared Goff. And so that's the cool thing about these two conferences, is that in one conference you see quarterbacks, the elite quarterbacks are all in the AFC, and then in the NFC it's who has the better system that's going to end up in the Super Bowls. But as of right now, I really like what the Vikings are doing. They're a complete team, special teams, defense, and offense. And Sam Darnold, I mean, hey man, he deserves the flowers right now, because he's turned into a top 5. I wouldn't say he's a top. He's resurrected his career like what we thought he would be with the USC.
By the way, going off Vic's point, it has to be Kevin O'Connell.
I say the winner of Week 18. I like Dan Campbell too.
Okay.
Yeah.
Winner take
because of all the energy
Coach of the year.
yeah.
They have 14 wins too, or we'll see what happens tonight. They have 13 right now, but
I completely agree.
Real quick, speaking about NFC quarterbacks and the Vikings, Brian Flores had no respect for Jordan Love. They played man coverage, and Jordan Love couldn't figure it out.
Yeah. Yeah, because they have B and C receivers, and I mean, without Watson there, who was their guy that can beat a lot of that man coverage, good on Brian Flores, and he changed it up from what they saw in the first meeting. So shout out to Brian Flores.
Yeah.
When he saw he was going up against LaFleur's offense, his mouth salivated. He was ready to get after it.
They're not doing well with the passing attack. There's something off there.
Yeah.
Probably starts with a head coach.
Oh, you think so, Dan?
The buck always stops with a head coach. I'm not a LaFleur guy. I don't buy the hype out of his
big pretenders.
Washington.
I'll say that.
The what?
They're big pretenders there.
Oh yeah.
Look at this tweet. Open up your cram hole floor.
What did it say?
Cram it in your cram hole the floor. Remember
that's
when
hilarious. Yeah.
in dodgeball?
Dude,
Yeah,
he was so mad about not getting his timeout when he wanted it to. He was like, timeout, damn it.
Yeah, he was pissed about the offside penalty.
He went off after that.
Yeah, he was really pissed off. All right, let us go now to let us go now to the Compas NFL Power Rankings. Gilbert, why don't you start us off?
Yeah, mine didn't change from last week. Still Chiefs #1. Vikings, man, they keep, I know people don't like when I brag about the Vikings because I was so wrong. I'm gonna keep paying for my sins here, but I left that train a long time ago, and Victor got it right. They're a complete team, and people were saying, "Look at the Packers. They beat down the Seattle Seahawks, and they beat them by 3. The Vikings, that is." I'm like, who cares? The Vikings have shown time again they're the better team than the Packers, and Brian Flores showed it there when Jordan Love couldn't do anything. So, number 2, I still believe in the Lions. I am worried about their injuries tonight in Santa Clara. But still number 3. Number 4, Eagles, they bounced back with Tanner McKee and Kenny Pickett to beat down the Cowboys. So it was a good win with the backups there. Don't play Saquon, by the way, in Week 18. I get you're chasing history, but Super Bowls are better. And then the Bills dominated. Who was it? The Jets. Oh, yeah. Quitting Rodgers, by the way. Yeah, that was terrible.
I was going to say you need the Lions to beat them, by the way. That way they're 14-3.
Yeah, I because then the bit is I could say, oh, I'm dyslexia. There you go. I got it the other way around.
I will go Chiefs, Vikings, Eagles, Bills, and Lions. The Lions, just because of the injuries, I feel like those are starting to catch up to them. All right, Vic, why don't you give us yours?
Yeah, mine is kind of the same. Chiefs #1, Vikings #2, Bills #3, Lions #4, Eagles #5. It hasn't really changed for me. I just moved the Vikings up. Like I said, they're the most complete team. Outside the Bills, as Gilbert just said, they just dominated the Jets, and then the Eagles. It's good to see that their backup quarterbacks can come in and play well. That bodes well for their offensive coordinator Kellen Moore trying to get the job there with the Cowboys.
Kenny Pickett or Tanner McKee, who's better?
Oh,
Tanner McKee.
that Tanner throw, that throw to AJ Brown in the end,
nice.
Really good. Oh. Yeah. All right, let us go with Dan's bottom 5. Dan, why don't you give it to us?
I can't stand them. Texas, they suck. Why I do the Texans?
It's the same one as last week.
They played the
yeah, literally.
You can run it back. Yeah,
right. No, you were supposed to put the Steelers at number 2. My bad.
Oh, that's right. Steelers, they failed me. Couldn't beat the Chiefs. Who was number 3 though? NFC West.
Oh yeah,
this is last week. That's
why.
Yeah.
I'll check for you. Hold on.
But you can't have Kyler Murray on again.
Oh, don't worry. I can do it. I can do it off my mind. Chiefs #1. I can't say them. Steelers 2. They failed me. Couldn't beat the Chiefs. 3, the NFC West. There you go. 3, the NFC West. I can't say them. They made me lose my bet. Kyler Murray and Geno Smith, both terrible quarterbacks. They're not the guys. I shouldn't have put the fate of my bet in their hands. It's unbelievable.
You live and you learn,
Dan. And the other one who can't figure it out because he's playing Call of Duty.
Dan, you were a gentleman, though. Eric made a bet with you. You won, and then you said, you know what? I'll turn around and I'll give you one. So,
and it was on the spot. I didn't even get a chance to research or nothing. I was just like, okay.
You're a gentleman, Dan. You're a gentleman.
I am. If all else fails, at least I'm a gentleman. Yeah. Exactly.
Everybody, please pound the like button. We would definitely appreciate if you guys pound the like button.
Like, comment, subscribe, everybody.
All right. So here are the power rankings according to the Compas. 1, Chiefs. 2, Vikings. 3, Eagles. 4, Bills. 5, Lions. All right. Last week in our picks, Dan and Daygo went 6-0. I went 5-1. Gilbert went 4-2. Vic went 3-3. Which brings our records to Dan is 55-30. I am 52-33. Vic 47-38, and Gilberto 46-39. So there is a 2-heated race, one between Dan and myself, and the other one between Gilbert and Vic. So it'll definitely get interesting. So let us do our week 17 or week 18 picks.
Oh, my bad.
No, you're good. All right, let us start it off with the 49ers at the Cardinals. I will go with the I'll go with the 49ers. I can't trust the Cardinals. Gilbert.
I'm competing with Victor here. I wish I could see the game tonight, Monday Night Football. Why do you have San Francisco? But yeah,
look at that schedule. Tell me where outside of what was it?
Well, yeah, because the problem is people are going to
Steelers and Vikings, Lions. There was not a lot to pick from.
You're right. We should just end it here. Let's just end it.
No. Okay. All right. Fine. I have no faith in Arizona. You guys are terrible because you have Kyler Murray. Give me San Francisco. Play with
Vic?
pride, please.
I'm gonna go with the Cardinals.
Okay, there we go. We got
Dan?
one.
Yeah, I'll go with the Niners too. I can't trust that. I can't trust that. Small
No,
person
no,
out in
no,
the
no.
desert again.
All right, next one is Bengals at no. We'll save that one for last. Oh,
Okay.
second to last. Jaguars at Colts.
We got another Jags game.
I will go with the Colts. Gilbert,
Hey, hot hand right here with the Jaguars. Give me Mac Jones.
Vic,
Give me the Colts.
Dan,
Yeah, I'll go with the Jags. I think the Colts are starting to implode.
implode.
I said implode.
Oh,
Unplode.
Texans at Titans. Give me the Titans. Vic,
Give me the Texans.
Dan.
The Texans are sitting everybody.
No, we don't know that
Yeah,
yet.
they probably will. They're
I'll
locked
go
in
with
at 4.
I'll go with the Titans.
Gilbert,
Even the Houston Backups could beat this dog crap team, Tennessee Titans. Give me Houston.
all right, our final two that will decide it all. Let us go Bengals at Steelers. I will go with the Bengals. Gilbert,
This is a tough one. They might have nothing to play for by the time kickoff starts. Ooh. F it, give me Pittsburgh. They're at home.
Vic,
Give me the Bengals.
Dan.
Give me the Bengals. I need them to win.
Last one, Vikings at Lions. Give me the Vikings. Gilbert,
You know what? Give me Detroit. I want that 14-3.
Dan.
Unlike Gilberto, I'm riding high with my team that I picked from the beginning, Detroit. Roar!
Give me the Vikings.
Vic,
Give me the
All right.
Vikings. I just said they're winning the division.
Did we disagree on all the games here, Vic? There we go.
I
Somewhere in there.
think there we go.
Yeah, there we go. Look
We
at
want to
that.
keep it. We want
Keep
to
'em
make
in the
sure
cellar,
that
Vic. Don't do this. Keep them
Yeah.
in the cellar.
So what? Dan and I only had like two differing.
I
Yeah,
think
you're
so.
3 behind. You needed to have a bunch
I-
different.
Yeah.
No, well, we have this one, the Colts. Oh, and
Can't be
Oh,
playing
yeah.
for. You can't play for a tie, Fernando. Come on.
There's no
All
tie.
right.
There's no
Well,
tie.
he's 3 behind. You only have 3 different.
No, it was 2 different.
Well, then he's
Okay.
gonna win by 1. You're gonna win by 1.
all right.
Can
Yeah.
you shut up and let me do my job?
Switch it, Fernando, before it's too
Shut
late.
up.
Vic,
Don't
I'm gonna
listen to him.
change. I'm gonna
Don't
change
listen to him.
I'm
Don't
gonna
listen
change
to him.
2 of them, Vic.
Brown,
Okay,
this is
go ahead.
WCW.
let's go, Fernando.
Don't do this.
Dan, look who I'm gonna trust. Kyler Murray and
bastard
Danger Russ.
Okay,
Oh God.
I'll change them.
So I'll change those
There
2.
you
Oh,
go.
look, you might have already have gotten what's name his points. Jamari
Who?
Gibbs just went out for a huge run.
Oh.
All right.
Amir Gibbs.
Let us go real quick with our burial of the week. Vic, why don't you get us going?
Yeah, so Gilbert was talking about this, and I don't know what is going on with NFL coaches. I guess like during the hiring process, they don't talk about whether or not you're good at time management, because it seems like even the good coaches, Kyle Shanahan, Andy Reid, Sean McVay, and now we just saw Raheem Morris with some time management issues late in that game. I mean, you had 2 timeouts, as Gilbert was about to say, and yet you let 15 seconds roll
So
off the clock.
stupid, yeah.
You got a rookie
And you had a
quarterback, come on.
chance. You could have won the division there and put it away if you were the Falcons. And I'm not saying this because I had them as one of my picks last week. I didn't really care about that. At this point, it's all about when you're hiring these coaches, like ask them or at least hire someone that knows how to time manage for you. I know we talked about it on House of Horns with Sean McVay. They actually hired somebody because he was really bad. Even he messed up this weekend. They punted the ball, and then they allowed them to have an extra second on the other side of the 2-minute warning. So even McVay's having issues. I don't know if Jim Harbaugh is having time management issues, but it just seems like it's just really bad with a lot of these NFL coaches. And I get it. Like they're some of them are CEOs, some of them are calling plays, whether it's on offense or on defense, like Washington with Dan Quinn. But like they have to get better with this stuff because you're gonna end up costing your team. And we always see it like at the end of it, like we're gonna see it in the playoffs. Every team that plays the Chiefs, they're gonna mismanage their time, and you're gonna allow the Chiefs to win another Super Bowl.
Yeah,
Dear
it
God,
wasn't even
yeah.
that hard. Like, just call a timeout. Like, even we know how to do that. It's not the
Oh, it was
hardest
so stupid.
situation of football ever. Like, it was just call a timeout. That's it. He didn't do it.
He probably got an email from Sports Illustrated and said, "Please let Gilberto's team win tonight." I was like, okay.
I think
That
there's
was one of
two
my picks.
teams. I think there's two teams that wouldn't have those issues. No, I can't say that because they've been killed by them when it comes to the Chiefs. But you would think that, but then at the same time, they probably you just never know. And I don't trust Sean McDermott.
no,
Yeah.
no. I don't trust him.
Gilbert or Dan, do you have a burial?
I was gonna say my burials when people meddle in things that's none of their business, like a certain scumbag telling someone else to change their picks to try and screw something up. Like, don't worry about what's going on over here, dude. Don't
Yeah,
worry
it's
about the
real.
whole song and dance.
I was like, what is he
You
mad
know.
about?
It's kind of crazy. No, I'm just kidding. I know. No, I've been good, honestly. Grateful for another awesome year. I mean, do I have anything to bury? No, not really. Nothing out of the usual. Bad drivers, Starbucks, things like that. Like, I'm good.
Oh,
to go.
Dan, I have something that you can bury.
Oh, don't bring up Tizzler. I'm trying to get out of here without
Please, yeah.
popping a blood vessel.
Yeah.
No.
Black
What about this, Dan?
This is so stupid.
Can I
That's
bury
one thing I'll
that?
bury.
I'm tired of this.
I'm tired of
Yeah,
these
that's the
choreographed
one
dances.
thing I don't like about the Vikings.
It was a fumble early in the first quarter, and we're doing a whole celebration. Like, get out!
Yeah,
get off
and then
the
they
field.
practiced it. Like, I don't want to
It's
know that.
so dumb.
Get off the
dude. Like,
field. If I
Yeah.
was a player from the Packers, I would have came over and like shut that shit down. Get out of here.
Yeah.
do it like T.O. when he would go to the star.
Yeah,
Just
why
go
not? At that
tackle
point,
him.
it's like play the heel. Like, I'm tired of your celebration. So that's a good
Yeah.
burial of the week. And real quick, can I bury some coaches? Because we were talking about coaches earlier.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do it.
I don't know if these people should get fired. I don't want to call our people's heads, but like, it's gotten so bad for our friend Shane Steichen. What happened in Indy? Gerard
Yeah.
Mayo. Like, what the one thing you got right, Gerard Mayo, is that quarterback is ready to go. Drake May. But if you're Robert Kraft, you're probably thinking, who can I get better to make that player better? It kind of happened to Anthony Lynn. Justin Herbert was ready to go, but they were like, who can make him better? We don't feel like you can. That might happen to Gerard Mayo. Brian Callahan, he might be one and done. It's been horrible there in Tennessee. And I'll say this, Will Levis was actually better with Mike Vrabel. He's gotten so bad. Who's the problem? Will Levis or the coaching staff? Because I remember some flashes as a rookie, and he's so bad this year. You also got a front office that paid a bunch of money, got a trade for the Jerry Sneed. You spent for Calvin Ridley. You got Tony Pollard. You got your dad to come in to coach the O-line.
Yeah.
Nothing has gone right there. So those three coaches, man, I think Shane Steichen deserves one more year because he got a lot right the year before, but it's gone really bad for him. He can't even fix Anthony Richardson. You're talking about Pat McAfee saying all these things about the team in-house, which I believe because he has connections there. That wasn't a good rant there. That was like, whoa, that's what's going on with Shane Steichen right there. Then you get beat down by the freaking New York Giants.
Yeah.
These three coaches, man, you better watch out. Your key card might not work on Black Monday.
Can I ask Can I ask you guys? I know you guys talked to Doug Heath, but I've seen a couple Boston reporters talk about Elliott Wolf and how his drafts have been just garbage. And I know a lot of people want to pin it on Bill Belichick, but he was there in the building too. So a lot of this, they haven't hit on their draft picks, and now it just seems like.
Well, look at the
They're
Lad
gonna-
McConkey. Like they trade, they let the Chargers come and get Lad McConkey.
Yep.
And they end up getting Polk, who hasn't done anything for them. By the way, I was thinking about that yesterday or Saturday when I was watching the game and they showed that graphic. I thought of in draft day when the guy calls the Jaguars and he's like, "Well, who are you picking if you're going to trade up?"
Yeah,
That's exactly what Elliott Wolf should have done to Jim Harbaugh. Who you guys taking? I
Yeah.
can't tell you that. But go ahead, Vic. Sorry, I just thought that was. But yeah, it's been really. They can't draft positional players. They can't draft other like this. This defense is depleted. The offense is depleted. The offensive line is horrendous. But go ahead. Sorry.
Yeah, no, that's why I wanted to ask, because it just seems like Gerard Mayo is going to take the hit here for like a lot of their front office issues. And honestly, like I've even asked this, and I know a lot of people are going to push back on it. And I kind of heard it like I mean, Kraft. I mean, he's a Hall of Famer. What has he done? And I already saw some on the broadcast. I saw the excuses like, well, he doesn't want to be involved in football operations. Isn't this the reason why he's in the Hall of Fame? Is because of what he's been able to do. So he won all these Super Bowls on the coattails of Bill Belichick.
Yeah,
and
one
Tom
higher
Brady.
correct than Bill Belichick, and Belichick drafted Tom Brady.
Sometimes that's all it takes is what, like, if Jim Harbaugh ended up winning 2 or 3 Super Bowls with the Chargers, everybody would say Dean Spanos is a genius, and they probably put him in the Hall of Fame just because of one hire.
Well, I think the biggest thing too sometimes is like,
my bad. That's what I was going to add when it comes to the Bill Belichick aspect of it. Is I don't want to sound messed up for what I'm about to say, but once owners get old, they have confidants that they've had, and they don't want to get rid of them because they believe everything that they say. Yeah. No, well, look at
you're an ageist.
That's what happened with Al Davis and the Raiders. That's why.
But at one point, when these owners start getting old, they keep their confidence. I mean, well, I think Dean's dad had already kind of stepped away when this happened, but they kept AJ Smith for years. You look at what happened right now with the Atlanta Falcons, and they didn't hire Bill Belichick because Bill said, I'm going to cut this person, that person. And those guys are like, no, I don't think he's worth it. I don't think we should bring him in.
He's like 90. Arthur Blank.
Yeah, Arthur Blank. There you go. You have a bunch of owners that are a lot older that they're keeping all these confidants on, and they don't care. Like, look at Trent Baalke over with the Jacksonville Jaguars. Like, they don't want to get rid of these guys.
There's blackmail all over the league, I feel like.
Yeah. Look at the Bears. The Bears are a mess. Like, that ownership has no money. They have nothing to move. They should sell the team and let somebody else come in and
CM Punk said it
with them. But that's the problem. When some of these people get older, they keep the same rats that they've had around during the success. They're going to keep them during the failures, and they don't care. Yeah. Well, yeah. But Jerry Jones, I don't throw Jerry Jones in there because his son is his right-hand man, essentially. But yeah, no, Jerry Jones, my bad. Jerry Jones believes in Jerry Jones, the GM. The owner, Jerry Jones, believes in Jerry Jones, the GM, and that's the problem.
Even then, his son is making all those picks. I feel like he's like head of a scouting department.
Well, remember, Jerry Jones wanted to draft Johnny Manziel, and the dad said, or the son said, hell no, and they got Zach Martin instead. So imagine how good that pick has been. So my bad. That's all I wanted to say. But once these owners start getting older, that's what they do. They keep the confidants there with them, and they're the people that are burning it down. And that's the problem.
I saw a movie recently. I don't know if you guys seen Parasite, the Korean movie where like
no, I heard it was
they
good,
take over a rich family's house because they got onto the rich family's ear and they listened to everything they said where they're like, hey, you should hire that guy and that hire, and then I don't know where they're hiring all their friends and family because they're the confidant.
Yeah. But I mean, it's like the McDonald's guys. They got screwed. The McDonald's brothers got screwed because the character that Crocker came in and spoke and told him, I can make you guys this, we could do this, we could do that, and he comes in and he secretly is taking over the business and kicking the two brothers out. So that's exactly what some of these guys do. They come in and they end up getting people out of jobs that can actually help and want to help, and they just want all the power for themselves.
I think just to add on to that real quick, I think the other problem is some of these guys are too much micromanaging. You have to trust your hiring football guys to do football decisions. Like, in my opinion, I think the number one problem with the Dallas Cowboys is you have an owner who's a micromanager. I'm sure that's part of the problem, maybe with the Giants, with the Jets, who knows? But I think ownership 100%, sometimes when you see those places go down, is because they're trying to, I don't know if it's to get the credit themselves or whatever, but they forget that maybe they don't make the best football decisions, and they should trust the people who they hire to make the correct football decisions. But sometimes when they try and do too much, it's the same thing as what I've said in the past about head coaches who want to play call. You can't have your spoons in so many pots. You got to just focus on the one job at hand. And then, once you get experience and everything else, then you can start meddling. But I think sometimes the problem is they're too much micromanagers. They think they know best when maybe at times they don't, because they don't do this full time anyway. So,
I just remembered Woody Johnson's son saying, "Don't trade for that guy because of the Madden rating." It's
because his son.
But like that's the other craziest part to me. Like that was my biggest problem. I'll pick. Well, I mean, if it's okay, I'll pick the Chargers. Like my opinion, just be an owner. Don't be president of football operations. Don't be president of this. Don't be president of that. Don't be a scout and climb through the ranks, supposedly, allegedly, or whatever. Just be the owner. Your name's on the damn building. Just be in the press box. Watch the game. You're pissed. Obviously, you can what's it called? Change who's employed and who's not. But for you to be in here thinking because you played flag football in the 8th grade in your parochial school, like that's not counting as a resume builder right there for a president of football ops or whatever. Like, just be the owner. That's why, when they hired Jim and Joe Ortiz, I was like, this is beautiful. This is beautiful because now we have football guys just in charge. They can say whatever they want out loud in the sense of who reports to who. Well, we all know who everyone reports to. That's the son of Odin, baby. Because at the end of the day, you need to do right by this guy, and it's unbelievable what's transpired before.
But yeah, I'm gonna bury something real quick. I didn't like that he talked about this. Travis Hunter was asked about what number he would wear if he's a Patriot. Listen to what he had to say.
If I don't get number 12, bro, I'm going number 48.
You getting 12, man.
Bro, what if I go to the Patriots, bro? I'm not finna wear Tom Brady number, bro.
Yeah, he's not gonna wear that.
Okay, I respect Tom Brady too much.
That's
true.
How
about it's gonna be retired?
Try to get number 12.
So if you go to the Bucks, you ain't gonna wear 12. You wear 12 at the Bucks. Super Bowl and all.
I can wear 12 there. He ain't spent 15 years there. I'm wearing 12.
The Bucks better retire Brady's jersey.
And they're also gonna pick like in the freaking 20s.
Yeah.
But that's what I'm talking about. I think
The guy in the middle has no respect. Sorry, Dan, but yeah.
No. These guys are they're stupid.
Yeah.
No. Like I don't think players should have podcasts. I'm gonna say that. I think I've said that before. I don't think they should have podcasts at all.
Yeah. I like how Travis knew that the Patriots had the number 1 pick. Like, what if I go to the Patriots? Which you probably will.
Yeah. But I mean, yeah.
For una más, just quickly, I think this is how 2024 has gone for a lot of people.
Oh, that's hilarious. Where's this at? Jesus.
At a Kings game.
At a Kings game? My God. No wonder I saw the memes coming out. He's got a cigarette, right?
Yeah. And he's drinking.
Oh, that's hilarious.
It's like Bad Santa. He's like Billy Bob Thornton.
That's
dude,
hilarious.
if he came out with a version, well, honestly, I don't know. Vic, you're a movie guy also, but I mean, this is just my opinion. I don't think he's made anything good since him and John C. Reilly split up as a duo.
Yeah, I mean, he got offered Elf 2 and he turned it down, and rightfully so. I mean, what are you
when they try to make the sequels, it's just a money grab and it's all garbage. That's why, like Happy Gilmore 2, I'm not even gonna have high expectations for that.
By the way, I saw the best Christmas movie of 2024.
What was it?
It's called the best Christmas pageant ever. It's like a little indie film. Yeah, it's really good. I thought it was hilarious.
What's it called?
I think you guys would like it, Fernando and Dan. I'll send you the trailer.
Yeah. Send it. Real quick, Gilbert, which fight are you more likely to watch? Anthony Joshua versus Tyson Fury, or Logan Paul versus Conor McGregor?
Anthony Joshua and Tyson Fury.
Yeah.
I do not care about Conor McGregor, and I do not care about Logan Paul.
No, Jake. No.
Or is it Jake or which one?
No, it's Logan. It's
Logan. Yeah.
Oh, what?
Yeah.
He's taking time out of WWE for
Honestly,
this?
I think Logan could probably beat Conor McGregor. This guy is on coke. So. He's washed up. He's old.
That's why he's going to be even more.
He doesn't train hard. He wasn't a good boxer. Like I get that people think he did well against Mayweather, but like at least Logan trains for it. Or
yeah,
Jake
he does.
Is Mayweather going to be the referee?
Wait, which one is Logan? Logan's
a WWE wrestler.
Oh, never mind. Conor McGregor.
Yeah, I was about to say.
Right, Conor McGregor.
He's taking WWE time off for this. Like,
well, he hasn't been in WWE since his daughter was born.
I don't even want to hear it. Just
he'll be there on Monday.
Work though. He's a good wrestler, so
maybe Charlotte out of there.
Oh, damn, and they got me thinking about it. Who's gonna win? I might watch that.
No,
which one, Logan and Conor?
Yeah, I'll probably watch when the night comes. Yeah,
I'm surprised. I thought Tyson Fury would retire after. I mean, he just essentially got so.
He probably needs money too.
He can't beat Usyk.
What did these people spend on? What does he spend on? He doesn't seem like
Well, he had the wrong crowd.
What's the big guy's name? Gilbert. The one that
Andy Ruiz.
No. The other one. The is it Daniel? No.
Daniel
Yeah,
Jones,
De
Cormier?
DD something? No.
Yes, the guy that just won recently.
belt?
He
Yeah, the
beat
ball.
Joshua.
Yeah, the ball.
Yeah.
Daniel the ball.
Yeah, Daniel the ball. I want to see him against Usyk. I want to see that one.
Gilbert, Dan
You
is
already
asking,
seen
what
it.
do these
Usyk
guys
beat him.
spend on?
Huh?
What do these guys spend on
Boxers?
that they're broke?
I don't know, but boxers had definitely go broke all the time. So a bunch of
Yeah.
dumb shit.
Do you see
Jeez,
Logan? Do you see Logan and Connor will both make 250 million for this boxing?
Wow.
Hell, who's paying to watch Conor McGregor right now? I think we've
Dude,
all.
it's
Oh,
like
Oh no,
the fights.
it's gonna be in India.
Oh, then they have
Yeah.
to
That's
Saudi
why.
Arabia or what?
No, it's in India. No, it's gonna be an Indian. Like it's gonna be in India.
In
Oh, they got money.
Mumbai.
Then. Yeah, they got
Yeah.
money.
So we gotta go, Gilbert.
Will it be closed doors? Like it's only for rich
Yeah,
people out there?
Oh, I don't know. I don't know how it's gonna be, but it probably.
Have you
I
guys
mean, if
gone
you're-
to Canelo's restaurant or taqueria or whatever he
No.
opened
the
up in
brothers?
San
I'm
Diego?
not going to go get charged $30 for a taco.
Gilberto,
No
Canelo?
thanks.
No, I you know it's funny. I mean the day that he opened it, I was thinking about going down there, and then a buddy of mine sent me a video of how it was, and I was like, yeah, no, I'm not going down
It was
there.
packed or what?
Oh, dude, there were so many people there and chanting his name and everything, and I was like, yeah, no, I'm good. I'm all good with that. Thank you guys so much. This was our last show of 2024. We appreciate everybody. This was an awesome year. Jorge, it's over in Chula Vista by Chula Vista Mall, I think, or at Chula Vista Mall. I can't remember, but I think it is there. This was an incredible year. I mean, we got to do our third year of Radio Row. We saw the Ryan Garcia
Show.
with Devin Haney.
It's almost
Yeah.
at 2 million views, by the way. We passed 1.9.
Yeah.
Huh?
Almost 2 million views. 1.9.
Oh, wow.
Damn.
Yeah.
So there you go. That video still keeps on racking up views, I guess. But we were able to do that. We got so many cool guests. We met so many cool people. So we definitely appreciate everybody for checking it out. We went to WrestleMania, got a bunch of cool videos over there. We've done a bunch of really cool things.
Shout out Robert D.
2025, we're hoping to get bigger, expand it. Little by little, we keep on growing. So it's all on the backs of Vic, Dan, Gilbert. Right, Dan?
Sort of.
Well, when you're up here, you got to do less work, grunt work for the people.
Look at this piece. What an
No,
elitist.
but Fernando's right. You guys do a lot for us. That's
No, but
my
it-
snobby way of saying you guys do a lot for us.
Stop being dramatic. It's all
We
chill.
we definitely appreciate everybody. We appreciate all the people that check in regularly, that watch the show. When we started going live, we only had like 2 or 3 people. Now we've been growing steadily, so we definitely
We almost got
appreciate
to 50
everybody.
today. It felt like.
Yeah, exactly. At
Yeah.
one point it was. Yeah, when Eric was on, he brings all the views. We definitely had a bunch of people on here. So again, we're excited for 2025. We got a lot of really cool stuff planned. Thank you to Nestor again for the super chat. You're the best. But you guys are amazing. We will be back next year, but we'll definitely let you guys know how we're gonna do the show next week. And again, when are you guys recording? Thursday?
Thursday.
Yeah, Thursday.
Okay, so
Depending on what
Thursday-
time you guys
Yeah,
go.
what time? you
No,
guys
we're going Friday. I'm going to Chargers. on
Shout out,
Thursday.
Jorge.
We'll be
All right.
doing Friday afternoon at 1 p.m.
Oh,
Jesse!
Yes,
We
Jesse.
appreciate it,
Shout
Jesse. You're
out.
the best.
I
Shout
think that's
out.
the most we've ever gotten. That's
I
awesome.
know,
Fucking
Jesse,
right
you're
here,
the
man.
best. We
at that.
appreciate it. That is amazing, Jesse. Thank you so much.
We're still
Jorge
waiting
says-
for a tier with what is this?
10,000.
Yeah,
10,000.
He disappeared, man.
Yeah, a guy said 10
fucking
grand. all of a sudden he
10,000
takes
yen is
off.
what he's gonna give us. But Jesse, thank you so much, man. We
Yeah,
appreciate
thank
it. You're
you.
the best. But
Thank you.
yeah, definitely a lot of really cool stuff planned, a lot of cool sit downs that hopefully we will get into. And yeah, definitely 2024 was a great year. So we definitely we keep on learning every single time we go live now for everything. So yeah, but Thursday you guys are going to be going. Then I'm guessing Gilberto's out. There's no Thursday night game this week, is there?
Yeah, but it'll be the last one of the
There
season.
is?
No, I'm saying no.
Oh,
but,
okay, yeah,
We'll do the
okay.
last one. Gilberto's out for the season, week 18.
Okay, there you go. And then
Okay.
so the first the last one of the season, but it's the first one of 2025.
There you
We definitely and then I think Monday at 1 p.m. we'll jump on What's Up Bolts. Thursday I'm going to Chargers, so Friday at 1 p.m. we'll jump
Friday.
on. We have a special guest planned for that episode. Somebody to kind of go toe to toe with Dan, so it'll be funny to see.
Oh, so it's not Gilberto. Okay, got it.
How he goes there. So again,
Hey,
thank
for
you
the
to
playoffs,
everybody.
maybe you can have me on.
You guys are the best.
Big time, prime time game only for me.
Well, there you go. Well, thank you to Vic, thank you to Dan, thank you to Gilbert. This is amazing. So, Jorge, you want Adrian on? Yeah, we'll get Adrian on. We'll definitely we'll ask him to jump on with us, see if he has any time. He's a really busy guy right now, but we'll definitely ask him to jump on with us. But Jorge, he's a Chula Vista guy, right? But Adrian is. But again, thank you guys so much. Thank you to Vic. Thank you to Gilbert. Thank you to Dan. You guys are the best. 2024 is done. 2025, let's make this the best year for, as Dan says, for the program as it is. So
exactly.
Thank you guys so much. Gilbert, why don't you get us out of here?
If you have any thoughts on the shirts, just let us know. DM us, comment. There you go. I just want to put that in there.
Yeah, no, Dan's doing everything for us social media. He's back, by the way. We're seeing all the shorts on IG and
he has too much of a smile about that, Dan.
Don't murder my brother.
Yeah.
Don't murder my brother.
The funny part about Dan putting these videos out, which we really appreciate, we start getting crushed now in the comments because of our hot take. I saw Fernando and then Victor taking some heat this week.
I love it.
You know what's funny? Yeah, you know what's funny? I high-fived Fernando after. He's like, "What are you doing?" I was like, first it's the hate comments, then it's like the next evolution.
Yeah.
We finally reached the hate comments level.
Dude. I get comments all the time when people go back, or see, I got this one right. So I'm gonna go back to a video from 2 months ago to show Gilberto that he was wrong. But
I didn't say anything wrong. All I said is you guys need to relax with all the
dude. The funniest part was we're watching the Sunday night game and they put a side by side of Jayden Daniels and RG3.
He works at ESPN now, but he just got
he does. Oh no, he's unemployed. Whatever.
Yeah. No, but Dan, you're bringing outside viewers in, and I appreciate that. But I also love our group here. That people get caught up on numbers and stuff like that. But the people on the live here, you guys are here all the time. We recognize names. We appreciate the support. Jesse, that money's going to go towards Super Bowl Radio Row, so we really appreciate that. It means a lot there.
Shout
so
out.
You can buy some merch there. We'll try to get Dan's merch on there. We got to talk soon in 2025.
Yeah.
But I know we got to get going. I'm going to echo everything that Fernando said. And it's what I think everything we accomplished in the first half of 2024 and the second half of 2024. Like the first half was all traveling, interviews, talking to people, going to events, UFC, WWE, Super Bowl Radio Row. Going on a 401k, which don't get me started on that, Jorge. I got to keep track of all that stuff. But anyway, and then the second half of 2024, I'm just proud that we've gotten the show and making it better, taking it to new heights. We're like always, trying new things, tinkering here, but you guys make the show here, Fernando, Dan, and Victor. So I really appreciate that. And next year's gonna be a little different for the first quarter. I'll share some good news. I think probably after the new year, but some good stuff in my personal life that I'm very excited about. And I'm ready to share it. But to get to that point, I wouldn't be able to do that without you guys supporting me and helping me out. So I really appreciate that. And I don't want to get sentimental, but it really means a lot what you guys do here for the program. But time to get going. We're almost to 2025. Enjoy the holiday. Enjoy the time with loved ones. Enjoy football. But yeah, it's time to get going. Ya nos vamos, pues. Vamos.